The Cyberwise Guide to Media Literacy. It used to be if you could do this and this, then you were media literate.
Hip hip hooray!
But the definition of media literacy has expanded because knowing how to interpret and tell stories across all mediums is an essential skill for the 21st century. If you've already watched the Cyberwise Guide to New Media, then you know we are living in a participatory culture. That means this digital environment our kids spend so much time with has the following attributes: low barriers for artistic expression, strong support for creating and sharing, experienced users passing their knowledge to novices, an atmosphere where contributions matter, and an opportunity for social connection. Hey, this sounds like a great environment for learning. But unfortunately, new media has found a hard time getting into the classroom. One way to understand how this could be is to look at its short history. Less than 20 years ago, the public was first granted access to the internet. Back then, everyone was so excited about what this meant for education that over $55 billion was spent on technology during that first decade. Unfortunately, despite this investment, most achievement indicators were flat. In other words, it didn't work. If you take another look at the timeline, you'll see that one of the reasons it didn't work may have been that computers were introduced to education too soon, before the decade when all these platforms transformed computing from a passive viewing experience into a participatory experience. So now the question is, what skills does a participatory culture require? Well, the folks at USC's Project New Media Literacies have defined these skills. And if you look at the list carefully, you'll see that they aren't so much technical skills, but rather social and behavioral skills that are learned best through collaboration and connection. But we still have a lot of work to do to develop a digital media curriculum that incorporates these new literacies. And we need to address adult safety and privacy concerns that to date have largely kept new media out of the classroom. In other words, what we need is a new approach. Experts suggest that this new approach is digital citizenship. The IST, the folks who develop technology standards for schools, emphasize digital citizenship in their updated standards. And most agree that these skills should be taught the minute a connected device is put in a child's hands. So where do we start? Well, fortunately, there is a wealth of digital citizenship resources online. We just have to make time to use them, because living in a participatory culture is a lot more fun when everyone is participating.